What's going on, guys? Gigi here, bringing you another episode of Things We Want in Elder Scrolls 6, episode 13. So as I said last episode, that I would be longer than 2 weeks, to make this episode. And the reason for that was that I wanted to wait a little bit longer just so that I can get as many people to comment as possible, since I had been gone for so long from making these episodes. But yes, here we are. It's been a little longer. I said 3 to 4 weeks. It's been a whole month, so 4 weeks. And I'm ready to make episode 13. So something I want to say is we got some good comments, some really good comments actually, that I thought about for a while when I read them. And then we got some other comments that aren't bad necessarily, it's just that they've been used before. So what I'm going to do is, I've noticed that I've gotten so many comments like that where I've already used them in older episodes. So I'm going to compile a list together, and every episode I'm going to put it in the comment section of things what not to say, basically things that I've already said, that you guys have already commented. That way it saves both of us time. But enough of me, talking about, let's go and make this episode. So the first comment comes from Mets7 Chris, and he said, if a store owner dies, then one of their relatives or somebody else should come and take over the shop. Nothing happens when you kill the alchemy owner in Whiterun, and the potions in her store just kept respawning every few weeks or so. Now, I didn't realize this was a problem in Skyrim until I read this comment. So yes, there are some owners in the game that if you kill, nothing happens. They don't respawn, you can't go back and buy stuff or anything, and for whatever reason you had to kill them. Who knows why you wanted to kill them? Maybe just your thirst for blood was too much. So some shop owners do have other people that take over. If they have an assistant, they become the shop owner usually. But for the most part, this is an issue in the game that I would like to see fixed in the next one, so great comment. And the next comment comes from Cast the Lion, and I don't know if that's a he or a she, so I'm just going to say, the Lion said, if they make a settlement option, and I hope they do, I hope it will be a lot smaller than Fallout 4 system and more story-based, like you have one settlement and maybe 2 or 3 farms, not more, and a story within it like the Assassin's Creed 3 style, and not there is another settlement that needs your help. So, I've already mentioned settlement building in the past. I think the last episode I did, I said that I would like a Fallout 4 settlement-like system in the game, and I do agree with this comment, which is why it's on here, even though I've already said something like this. My biggest issue with the settlements in Fallout 4, even though I enjoyed it for the most part, was that I didn't really give two shits about the people there that needed my help, because it was the same generic thing. Another settlement needs your help, you go there, they tell you to go kill a group of raiders, go into a cave and kill whatever animals are there, most of the time mole rats, and then that's essentially it. So what I would like to see is, instead of just doing, quantity over quality, they should do quality over quantity, meaning that there should be less settlement options but better stories per settlement that make me actually care about the people that live there rather than just the same generic go kill everything. Now the third and final comment, only 3 comments for this video, don't worry, I have an announcement at the end of the video that I think you guys will be okay with, is from Luke Appleby, and he said, I think that depending on the time and weather, your sneak should be affected, like at night, NPC's vision should be low, but be able to hear footsteps easier than the opposite during the day. Also, when it's raining, both should be lowered. Yes. I've already talked about sneak in the past in a few episodes, actually. I've talked about sneak quite often because it is something that I like to do in these games, is be sneaky, and to be as immersive as possible, I would like, better sneaking. So what I have to say from this comment isn't so much just the night thing. Yes, obviously at night it should be harder for people to see you, but that doesn't really affect their hearing, and when it's raining, it should be harder to hear them, but it doesn't really affect them seeing you. My issue is midday. At midday, when it's sunny outside, you can hear the birds chirp in the sky and everything. It should be a pain in the ass, in my opinion, to sneak. You shouldn't be able to just hide behind something with a guard looking right at you, stay sneaking, stay crouched for a while, and then all of a sudden he can't see you anymore. That's ridiculously stupid. So what I think that there should be is, if it's daytime, I think it should be a pain in the ass to just sneak around people. I think that unless there's certain buildings and walls, or if you're in a cave, you shouldn't be able to sneak that much during midday. So thank you for this comment. Anyways, let's get into my quick little announcement for the next episode. Alright guys, yes, this was a shorter episode than usual. Not the shortest I've ever had, I think, but it was short in terms of how many comments I picked. I only used 3, and there was reason for that. In my video that I uploaded last night, which not a lot of people saw since I uploaded it at 11 o'clock at night, which I wasn't expecting, I just wanted to get the word out there that I would be uploading this today. I mentioned that I have been moving this past weekend, and I haven't had time to sit down and upload and create content for you guys. So since I haven't had that much time and this episode was so short, I'm going to be uploading episode 14 directly 2 weeks from now on a Friday, though, not on a Monday, on a Friday. and that's going to be using comments from last episode as well as this episode, and it's going to be probably our longest, maybe not our longest, but one of our longer ones that I've ever done. I'm going to use at the very least 8 comments. I might use more, probably won't. But we will have at least 8 whole comments in there. I've already picked 2 from the last episode that I wanted to put in here but didn't have time to do. Another thing that I mentioned in my last video last night was that I'm thinking about doing a Skyrim mod overhaul series where I basically show you how to completely change your game with a different amount of mods, like how to make Skyrim a survival game or a Game of Thrones game, whatever you want to call it, just to change the game and change it up a little bit. That's all I got for you guys right now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments down below on what you think should be in the next episode. Anyways, peace.